We're the Wonderpreneurs, Aaron, Lauren, Kason, and Callista. We're a family of 4 who left our life in the suburbs in 2018 for a life on the road in our home on wheels. We downsized in order to live larger with less and truly feel like we're living our dream. Hola, Aaron and Lauren here.
Hello.
We are going to give you guys a little tour of the RV park we stayed at in Mulegé. Mulegé is in Baja, California Sur. It is a beautiful little town. It is very small. It's right on the Mulege River.
And the RV park is in a really cool spot too. It's only about a mile from the downtown area, all the restaurants and grocery stores, but it's also a mile from the coast, which is you're gonna see right here pretty soon. There's the river and...
Maybe not.
I think at one point it showed. But yeah, it was a great location. It was right in the middle of everything. We could bike to anything or even walk anywhere we needed to go. So here's just a quick flyover of town. And it was kind of difficult to get the RV to the park just due to our size. But we were able to do it. Very minor damage. We did clip a tree top, some branches, and we kind of damaged our AC a little bit. But it was very minor, and we were able to get in and out okay at about 40 feet or so in length.
If you look at the top of our RV, that's our fifth wheel on the bottom right-hand corner. There's a hole in the front air conditioning unit. That is what happened when we clipped the tree when we were coming through town. Most of the RVs in this park were smaller. We visited with 2 friends, and we definitely had the biggest rigs in the park. Many people would not have dared to drive through town and try this out, but we did. We did make it, but it was stressful getting through town. The streets are very narrow. This turn was easy enough to make. It was easy enough to get in and out of the park itself. The staff was really great. They saved some big spots for us. We let them know that we were coming. We called ahead, and they had 3 large spots right in the front of the park that were reserved for us. The staff at this place is really, really awesome. That's Manuel right there that's standing there watching our friends get in. He's the owner, and his family lives on the property. There are homes on the property, different houses. There are RV sites. There are hills with homes on them. It's really beautiful. They needed to cut down a branch or 2 just to let us back in as far as we need to, and they were super nice and responsive to run back there and just cut those down so that we could back in even further. The kids absolutely loved our site. We had banana trees, all sorts of different fruit trees surrounding us. It had a very jungle-like feel, which we absolutely loved. There were shady spots, sunny spots. We had a picnic table. The kids built little forts in our site that they had a lot of fun playing in. It just really felt like a jungle, and we really loved it.
Yeah, so here's a little 360 view from our site. So like Lauren said, only about maybe 4 sites could really handle our size. Everything else is smaller. So you can see our buddies here with the Class A's. There's actually 2 Class A's there. And we're right at the very front of the park, right next to the restaurant, which you'll see a walkthrough of that here pretty soon. But you can just see how pretty it is. There's a lot of trees and vegetation. They do a great job maintaining it. They're out there every day cleaning and raking and cutting things, dead things off trees. And
there was a little palapa right here in between our friends' Class A's, and it was really nice. This table and chairs set was just set up right there so we could enjoy that with the hammock. There's another fruit tree, I believe. This is the office right here. There was a little library that I'm passing right there with books you could check out. There was a washing machine, and this is entering the restaurant. The restaurant serves 3 meals a day. They are closed on Mondays. There was a foosball table, just beautiful foliage all around. There was a banana tree right there that they would let the people come and pick bananas if you wanted one.
Yeah, and the restaurant's run by Manuel's daughter, so really the whole family helps run the park, whether it's the office or the restaurant. This is walking towards the entrance where those tents are. This is the view from the tents area. There's the office, and they have some chairs and tables for the Wi-Fi. It's free Wi-Fi. It's not bad, but it's not something that you can, stream Netflix off of. It's just great for some minor web browsing, some emails and things. So I did reach our rigs, which was nice.
The best service was at that table right outside of the office. So sometimes if we needed to do something real quick, we'd just set up our laptops at that table, check our email, whatever, and that was nice to have. Just some of the shots of the flowers around the park. I loved taking walks in this park and just seeing how beautiful it was. This was a giant cactus right in the park.
Yeah, you can see some of the homes that are there as well. You can lease some land from Manuel and the RV park and build your own home, and you just pay your lot rent. Or you can just do, rent some homes that might be there already.
This park does stay pretty full, so he did not offer a weekly rate. We didn't ask about a monthly rate, but we stayed for 3 weeks, I believe. There's different pricing depending on if you want hookups or not. You can dry camp there. Oh, there was the bathrooms to the left right there. There are bathrooms, showers. So yeah, there's different pricing based on whether you're in a tent, an RV, whether you want hookups. So I would definitely reach out you can email or call to find out their most current pricing for whatever type of site you're interested in.
Yeah, and Manuel and a lot of his family speak really good English, so it was really easy to communicate because our Spanish is no bueno. We're learning, but it's not quite there yet, so it was still easy to communicate with them. You can see a few more RV sites here and a few more homes, so it's really cool just to see the variety of lodging available.
It did not feel like a typical RV park where there are just RVs lined up side by side. It was just very different, very jungle-like, I don't know, it's just a beautiful place to be. This is walking towards the back of the park, and we actually took a hike one day from the park. We just walked right out the back side of the park and into the hills behind the park, which were really beautiful. I mean, they were like a red color, and there was cactus back there, different types of rocks, and it was a really interesting hike for us to take our kids on.
This is one of my favorite homes, a big yellow one. You can see the front there. It was just beautifully landscaped with a palapa rooftop there.
I loved that home too. Each site is very private in this park. You just have so much foliage around you that it just feels very private no matter where you're parked, which is really nice.
The cell signal was really good here. We had some Telcel SIMs, and the strength was really strong. I think it was full bars. You could see the towers from the site, and so the speeds are really good. There's no problem connecting to the cell networks there.
We paid $140 per week during our stay. If you have older kids, then you're going to pay an additional fee. If they are older than 10 years old, since both of our kids are 10 or younger, we didn't have to pay an additional fee for our children.
Yeah, for $20 a night, this is by far our favorite park that we've been to at that price point.
Thanks for joining us on this tour of Huerta Don Chano in Mulegé, Baja California Sur. Be sure and check back because we're doing a lot of videos and content on Mexico and our travels as we go up and down the Baja Peninsula, so stay tuned for more.